Thank you for tuning in to Summary Judgment, where Austin personal injury attorneys Josh Fogelman and Aaron Von Flatern of FVF Law discuss the ins, outs, and in-betweens of personal injury cases. On an unrelated note, can I interrupt you for, Josh, what's scaring you lately?
Yes, but
Let me ask
why is
you
it
again.
always me that's scared?
I mean, you know why.
That's.
First of all, this is only the second time we've done it. Second of all,
It was a rhetorical
it's
question.
always you.
It was a rhetorical question. I know it's always me.
Yeah.
I'm the scared one.
This is our new segment.
What's it called?
Josh, what's scaring you lately?
This is a true story. The other day, I was driving in your neighborhood.
I swear to God, I do not prepare him for the answers. So please proceed.
I was driving down West 40th Street, actually. And I'm driving along. I was talking to Mark Ferris. Mark Ferris on the speakerphone. I'm driving along, and I heard this extremely alarming, loud, snapping, cracking, and crashing sound immediately adjacent to me on the right. My first, of course, natural inclination was, what have I hit this time? Okay.
Fair.
So I'm driving and I look and I see just tree leaves and greenery collapsing, and I'm very concerned. I was scared that I was about to be crushed by a tree.
Right.
Because it can happen.
Yeah.
And
Happened to the governor. True.
It happens to people, unfortunately. So I drove, 10 yards ahead and was able to come to a stop. I put my truck in reverse because I want to make sure that no one's been catastrophically harmed.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just assess the situation. And I'm backing up and I'm looking at my rear. I have a truck with a camera, the rear, and it beeps. I'm beeping and camera, visual and auditory alarms to help me avoid colliding with another object. And I'm driving and I'm watching the camera and I'm looking at my side view mirror and I'm reversing backwards. And out of nowhere appears a man, apparently responding.
He's alive.
Apparently responding to the same alarming, cataclysmic event that has just occurred adjacent to me. I get distracted by the man. And guess what happens?
You hit the tree.
I hit a parked car.
This is terrifying.
I hit a parked car. You know how I knew that I hit a parked car?
I mean, I have a few guesses, but how did you know, Josh?
Because it felt like hitting a parked car.
Yeah.
I put my truck in park and I get out of the vehicle.
How hard is it for you not to cuss during this story?
It's hard. I'm angry.
All right, go ahead.
I'm angry at myself at this time, but mostly scared and grateful that I hadn't been just hit by a tree. And I get out of the car and I'm talking to the guy who distracted me into crashing into this car, and we're assessing the damage, and now I'm assessing the damage to the vehicle. The guy didn't see me hit the car. I mean, there's no witnesses to me hitting the car other than me. And I'm presented with a moral dilemma.
And 10 million podcast viewers.
I'm presented with a moral dilemma. Do I flee? Or do I do the right thing?
I'm nodding my head, but you know what I mean.
Do I flee or do I do the right thing? There's no cameras. There's nothing around. Guy doesn't even know that I've hit this car. I know that I've hit the car. Guy doesn't know that I've hit the car.
Were you scared? Is what's scaring you lately your own internal wrestling? Is it terrifying to be you on the inside?
It's just terrifying internally and externally and all around.
Okay, what happened?
Well, I'm like, I'm going to see if I have a pen and paper to leave. And no, I had just gotten my truck clean. I got no pen and paper. You know what most people would do at this time?
Honk.
They would say, I've given this a good faith effort. I thought about leaving a note. I didn't have the tools available to me. I don't know who the owner of this vehicle is. I'm just going to leave, and this person's going to file their insurance claim. But you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I said, hey, guy who distracted me into crashing into this car, you just distracted me and I crashed into this car. do you happen to have a pen and a piece of paper I can borrow so I can leave a note? And he did.
Okay.
And I did.
And then you got a phone call.
I got a phone call.
Tell me about that.
You know, this could have gone numerous different ways.
Yeah.
Right? He could have been a jerk about it. He or she could have been. It was a Mercedes. I hit a Mercedes, by the way. He or she could have been
German.
Therefore angry.
Yeah. My name's Von Flater, and I think think I can make that joke.
It's a shout out to Steffi too. He was really cool about it. I said, "Hey man, this is what happened. I was assessing the situation. I got distracted. I hit your car. Left a note with my number. That's why you're able to communicate with me, because I'm a good Samaritan." And he was like, "Man, it's all good. Let's figure out like the least expensive way to take care of this. I was thinking about trading the car anyway, and it's going to be okay. And now I'm not scared anymore."
I was just going to tell you, don't be scared.
Yeah, I'm not scared anymore.
Don't be scared of trees.
This is what happens when you do the right thing.
You're better than trees.
Do the right thing.
Yeah,
it's
do the right thing.
The moral of this podcast story.
Good job, Josh.
Thanks, Aaron.